This is the Landlord Advocates, where we help landlords become better landlords. I am your host, Matthew Lyman. Welcome. Many of you landlords have done evictions for many years. Many of you are waiting right now to do evictions on tenants that not have paid rent in months and months. And you are eagerly awaiting for the courts to open up so that you can get your tenants removed from the property through the proper eviction channels. But landlords, we are warning you, this may not happen. You may do the process serving right, you may have the papers done correctly, they may have been filed with the court correctly, the dollar amounts owed by the tenants may be spot on. Everything may have been done right to get you in front of the judge, but when you get there, you may find that your case is dismissed. And dismissed because you lack this one document. And this one document is called a rental certificate, a certificate of occupancy, or a rental registry, whatever it may be called in your municipality. You can find that out from maybe called the Buildings and Grounds Department, the Building Inspector's Office, the Housing Inspector's Office, the Code Enforcement Office. Whatever it is called, you can find out in your jurisdiction if you need one. There may be some exclusions. Owner-occupied may not need it. Single-family homes may not need it. Now you might be saying to yourself, what is this document that is so important that can see our case dismissed? What is it? What's it about? It is a document issued by the government that states that your dwelling that you are renting out meets minimum habitability standards, such as GFIs, railings, proper smoke and carbon monoxide detectors, proper placement of those, and many other factors that the government will look at when they come and inspect the property to make sure that you are legally able to rent that apartment out. Now, for many of you across America, and even in New York State, this has not been an issue before, but it's becoming an issue now, and you need to be prepared for that. Here in New York State, in November of 2019, new laws were passed, and it falls under the New York Multiple Residency Law 302-1-1. It's a long, combobulated law. There's a lot of jargon in there. But one of the main facets of that is that you have a rental certificate, a certificate of occupancy, or on some rental registry, or again, like I said, whatever it's called in your area. It is important that you make sure that you have one of those. Now you might say, Matt, we can't get one. We have problems in the apartment. We have this, we have that. Those are the things that you need to fix. And one of the things that you must be aware of, and you should contact your insurance company to find this answer out, and you should do it today. Not tomorrow, not the next day after that, but today you need to find this out. In some insurance policies, it may be required that you have these rental certificates or certificates of occupancy that are issued by the municipality in which this rental property is located. If you lack this document, your insurance company may very well not cover any policies that you may put forth, or any claims you may put forth against that policy, whether it be a fire, whether it be water damage, electrical damage, whatever it may be. Your insurance company may say, sorry, you don't have the rental, the certificate. Again, I don't care what it's called, but we establish that it's something, whatever it may be called in your municipality. We have had landlords who have told us, Matt, we don't have it now, what do we do? And we have told them that it might not be in their best interest. Our team has told them that it may not be in their best interest to take this case all the way to court. The likelihood that it could be dismissed. And any monies that you have paid will not be refunded because obviously all the work was done. Now in some municipalities this law may have been around a year. Others 10, 15, 25, 30, 40 years this law has been around. You as a landlord cannot go into court and say, I didn't know about that. What was I supposed to do? That argument will not hold up in court. Courts will come right out, the tenant or their legal advocates, meaning legal aid or whatever you want to call them, may turn around and say, Your Honor, the landlord lacks this document, therefore we move for dismissal. And in many jurisdictions, the courts have limited discretion in order to keep this case alive and get the tenant out for you. Again, it is in your very best interest to check with your municipality today to find out whether or not you need this document, and if so, get it. Because if you proceed in the court of jurisdiction, that is the court that will hear your eviction case, if you proceed now, they could very well dismiss that eviction. And the sad part about it is that this money that is owed to you from one side end, the court will not grant you a judgment for that. The best that you can hope for is that this issue will not be brought up in court, and the court will proceed with this eviction and give you a judgment. Another small option that you may have is to file a small claims case against the tenant for the back rent. Our team suggests that you really shouldn't do that while they're living there, even though you know where they're living, and they can be served there by the court or a process server. You'll get a judgment against a sitting tenant that might be there for 3 or 4 more months, can cause a real problem for you, and the damage that they may cause could far exceed the judgment that you require against them. Landlords, we hope that this short video, and it's pretty short compared to many of them that we produce here for you, will help you and educate you right now, to knock on the door of the building inspector first thing in the morning, or first thing this afternoon, or right before they close, whatever that time is, I don't care, that you will go there and do what you may need to do in order to make sure that your eviction goes through as you wish it to be. Landlords, we ask that you subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, so that you are aware of future videos that we are going to produce here for you at the Landlord Advocates. And we hope that you realize that we are here for you, and we are here with you all the time. Landlords, take care.